Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2021 My Team Career. This time for their final episode at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Before we get to find, head down below, like and subscribe. This is out a lot, and let's get right into it. So here I am out for my flying lap around Interlagos over here. Absolutely brilliant circuit. And I guess we can kind of talk about this game, because this is going to be the final episode that I upload of Formula 1 2021. And I guess the next episode on Formula 1 will be, of course, Formula 1 22 in about, I don't know, a week or two time. A week or two time from now. Because we need to get in the game first and sort everything out. So yes, about 2 weeks time maybe before the next episode after this one. And thinking about this game, season 5, we did one less season than last game, and about 12 less episodes, or races, whatever you want to call it. But I think overall it's been a way better experience, because it's just been, I cranked up the AI way more than I did on the last game, and it's been really challenging and fun to actually try and have these fights and push the most out of myself as we cross the line, go second place in the final race, just behind our teammate Carlos Sainz and ahead of our championship contender Pierre Gasly. We need to finish ahead of him if we want to win this championship, and we kind of have to hope that Carlos Sainz doesn't run away too far away from us. But let's see what we can do during the race.
Formula 1 returns to Sao Paulo once again, with the stage set for what promises to be another classic Brazilian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel famously clinched his third championship here in 2012, and in 2016, Max Verstappen treated us to one of the finest wet weather drives of all time. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. But it's a wet one today, so grip and visibility will be at a premium, and the drivers will need to be careful coming up the hill in Sector 3, the scene of many an accident over the years. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, and Red completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Gasly, Vettel, Yuki Tsunoda, and Verstappen, Aitken, Leclerc, Norris, and Lance Stroll, Delatraz, Ricciardo, Valtteri Bottas, and Giovinazzi, Joe, Ocon, George Russell, and Nobuharu Matsushita, Lundgaard, Mick Schumacher, Mazepin, and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we are lined up in P2, and it wouldn't be a championship contending race at Interlagos if it wasn't raining. But weirdly enough, we actually all starting on the slicks. I'm not really sure how that works. It's just one of those kind of visual bugs in this game, that it looks like you should be on intermediates, but it's just about fine to stay on the slicks. We are going to be way slower than our teammate Carlos Sainz. You're going to see that throughout the entire race. He is just going to run away from us. Already on lap 2, 3.4 seconds. We are still second place ahead of Pierre Gasly, but we would start kind of, I just wasn't comfortable going flat out with these tyres, and I was just thinking that the only thing I need to do is stay ahead of Pierre Gasly, finish ahead of him, and I don't need to do anything fancy. You know, Carlos Sainz can run away, you know, I don't even care, he can literally lap all of us, I wouldn't mind. As long as I stay ahead of Pierre Gasly, then I'm going to be fine in winning this championship. But on lap 7, Pierre Gasly has a good run, as the DRS is activated as well, so I'm not really sure how this is all working and how we actually staying on the slick tyres over here. as we move on to lap 9, going on to 10. Pierre Gasly once again having a look down into turn 1 this time around, but we are just fast enough to stay ahead. And on lap 10, going on to 11, Carlos Sainz, Gasly and a couple others pit behind us, and we are going to be pitting in on lap 11. Talking about this game furthermore, you know, a couple of wins in the last season, season 3 as well, I'm pretty sure. I think our first win was in season 2 Baku, I'm pretty sure it was. It wasn't season 3, maybe season 2. I wanted to have it all written down and stuff, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, we've got a couple wins, you know, throughout the seasons. Mostly, you know, last season and especially this season, kind of. But not really too many wins. But that's kind of the cool part, that even though we're not winning, it's still really fun because we have to push so hard to get these good results. And it's just so enjoyable, at least for me. You know, a couple podiums, a couple fastest laps as well. But it's all been worth it. That's actually only this season, season 5. That's actually our first real shot at both championships. We won the Constructors last episode. Now we just need to focus on the drivers as we exit a pits in P4. And Pierre Gasly is just coming around the second corner. We are going to come out side by side. We are going to be running down towards, what, turn 4 is this, I'm pretty sure. It might be no, it's turn 4, I'm pretty sure. Side by side. But luckily, I come out just ahead. If that pit stop would have been literally a tenth longer, we would have been behind Pierre Gasly over there. And it would have been quite the challenge to try and overtake him. But on lap 12 over here, we are still fighting. Currently, still P4. But there are a couple people pitting in. So we are going to move up past Louis Denatraz, up into P3, make that 4 for a second as Pierre Gasly nearly overtakes us, but once again P3. But as you can see, I definitely couldn't get a good run out of the first couple corners, the center S over there, because the car was sliding all over the place. I didn't really want to spin it over there. So, gently does it. We still stay ahead of Pierre Gasly as Guan Yu Zhou in the Ferrari pits in on lap 13, so that makes us move up to P2, where we started and where we should be, finishing ahead of Pierre Gasly. Carlos Sainz 11.3 seconds ahead as George Russell is out of this race in the Alfa Romeo. Really unlucky for both Alfa Romeo drivers, to be honest, throughout this season and last season, as it's another mechanical retirement for George Russell. As on lap 15, Pierre Gasly, is he going to have another shot at us? As Carlos Sainz had the fastest lap, then we have it for a split second, but then Pierre Gasly gets the fastest lap once again. But by lap 17, Sainz showing that he is just in a league of his own this time round, sets the fastest lap once again. We try and set a faster lap, but just can't do it. And now we are on the final lap, fighting side by side, going down towards turn 4. Who will it be? Will it be us finally winning the championship like we wanted to since the start? Or will it be Gasly, who had a good shot last season, but I'm pretty sure he got beat by Max Verstappen. I'm pretty sure, I really can't remember. But we both want to win this one. It doesn't matter if we've won it before on other games. This one would really mean a lot, because I'm just increasing the AI to 96, I'm pretty sure, or 97. The most I've ever had in any Formula 1 game. It might not be the most for everyone, but for me, it does mean a lot to still kind of be fairly competitive, even on an AI level so high. As we come out of the final corner, there's not going to be any Interlagos 2008 Hamilton vibes. We cross the line ahead of Pierre Gasly, and we are going to be the Drivers' World Champion.
What a result. Enjoy it.
It's certainly been an incredible year for Formula 1, and our drivers have all pushed themselves this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now, our new Formula 1 World Drivers' Champion. Victory today then, but bittersweet emotions, I'm sure, as the championship slips through their fingers. Even so, what a fantastic final race of the season this was. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Here comes your top three making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula One.
So there it is, our final 1-2 on this game. Hopefully more to come on Formula 1 2022. We win the championship by 3 points, actually ahead of Carlos Sainz, because with the win and the fastest lap, he actually gets ahead of Pierre Gasly and up into P2, both on the same amount of points though. And of course in the Constructors, we won that last time around. But absolutely brilliant game this, and hoping for more wheel-to-wheel battles in the next one. But for now, there's go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.